I'll tell you, oh boy, we're going to eat good.
Yes.
Sweets and Meats has been tempting people's taste buds with their food truck across the tri-state. Now a brick-and-mortar shop is open in Mount Washington.
Yeah, they have both. Now, Sweets and Meats is also raising money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society during the Light the Night event this month. And here to tell us more, owner Kristen Bailey and baker Renee Laguna. So glad to have you for the first time, Renee. Welcome. And Kristen, we always love having you here. How's it going?
It's going great.
So tell us how you got involved with LLS and the Light the Night
We're
event.
so excited. Unfortunately, like most families, we had a bout with cancer earlier this year.
I'm sorry.
And thank you. My grandmother, we actually lost her in February.
Aww,
and she had what they call a multiple myeloma. So it was a blood disease and she had cancer. And it just so happened that the Lymphoma Society is actually doing their walk on October 19th, which is her birthday.
Oh, wow.
So it really hit home for us, and like most families. And so we wanted to do something special. And her favorite thing that she used to make at Thanksgiving was sweet potato casserole. So I love her sweet potato casserole. It's one of the top sellers on our menu. And so what we're doing is we're donating a portion of our sales this month. We're soliciting donations, and Renee has actually been putting this on her pies. So we have homemade pies as well.
Oh, that's great.
Goodness, I love it. And what a almost cosmic like connection between all those different things. That's really, really something. That's neat.
It is.
Okay.
So are we going to get in and start making some sweet
and I
potato
love that you
casserole?
already had Grandma's recipe on your menu. It wasn't like you added this. It was already there.
Of course.
Now, how did she learn this recipe? Do you know where it came from, what the history of it is? Or?
She found a recipe years ago.
Yeah.
She's been making it since I don't want to give my age, but probably 30 years.
Okay.
And you know, we've tweaked a few things. Everything on our menu is made from scratch.
Yeah.
And everything is actually a family recipe. So
That's
we've
awesome.
tweaked a few things. Anton's grandfather was from Alabama. That's where he learned how to do barbecue, the rubs, everything, but just put his own style on it.
Oh my
Same
gosh.
thing with Renee, her mom bakes, so it's all family.
That's where a lot of pie recipes come from?
Yeah, and for some reason when I was a kid, my mom let me use the oven at like 8, and I just started baking.
That's awesome.
They weren't so protective as we are.
And so you take the sweet potato pie and then you make it an actual pie?
So this one is a pumpkin pie.
Okay.
And I have the topping that is on the sweet potato casserole.
Oh,
I
good.
But
love
it's really
that.
versatile. I use it on apple pie, even on oatmeal.
Okay. So which one are we going to, we're going to start with the sweet potato casserole?
We have the sweet potato casserole here prepared.
Okay.
We also have a pie that already has our topping on it.
Okay.
But Bob said he's going to work with us in the kitchen today.
gloves.
What are you making then? The
We're
topping?
making the topping.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So-
this is nice.
So you
You,
got
can
some
just use
dark
your
brown
hands.
sugar.
All right, the brown sugar.
So you
Good.
start with dark brown sugar. You can use light brown sugar, but dark
Look, I'm
brown
needing-
sugar is a lot better.
It has a lot more flavor, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
And you know about the flavors. So.
Okay.
And we've
Butter?
got this recipe online, you've got some butter, but I would go ahead and mix your flour first just to
Oh!
break it up.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. So you've got about
I'm trying to show everybody what I'm doing.
cup and a quarter of
Hey,
flour.
but it's
in
9
there.
o'clock hour. We need a camera in the ceiling. Just putting that out there.
Hey,
Here,
boss,
mixing
you're
that
on
up.
the ceiling. Come on.
Okay. Just putting that out there right
in
now.
there.
Ooh,
So we've got
pecans.
pecans. Don't get that
Or
on
I
your
just got all
pecans,
over
as
my
they say
soup.
in the South.
Okay.
I feel like we need to be Southern for sweet potato casserole.
We'll make sure you
I
guys
spilled
can get
so
that
much on the
angle.
floor. You have no idea. It's all. I didn't mean to. I don't need as many things as I should need.
You're like, what are you?
I mean,
You're throwing
need
the
with a
profits
K.
away when you throw
Okay.
it on the floor.
Okay.
And we've got our butter. So this topping, you just want to bake your sweet potatoes. So we prepare everything. You know, you're actually, cutting the potatoes. You want to skin the sweet potatoes, mash them. We add some butter. We add sugar.
Yeah.
And all those things that aren't as healthy. And
No, they're
a lot
not,
of
but that's
work.
okay.
then we're
Okay.
using the topping. And Renee, you want to talk about
your
pie
pie.
and how you're preparing
Sure.
that?
So what I do, again, everything is
good
from
mix?
scratch.
How do you
I
feel
just
good about
take,
it?
the
Looks good.
small pie pumpkins.
I'll help you
Yeah.
with your gloves.
I
too.
cube it. I
You've got a
cook
beautiful
it, and then
homemade
puree
crust.
it. Yeah. I make the crust from scratch. A trick that I use with pumpkin pie that most people use, like condensed milk or evaporated milk.
Right.
I use whole heavy cream.
Oh,
Yes,
And
you
what
then
do.
difference does that
cane
make
sugar.
then?
It just gives it a more rich, natural
Yeah,
flavor.
with sugar instead.
And I use a
okay.
cane sugar.
Ooh.
So you just fill your pie.
Now, you said you use the actual pumpkins. Do you have to
Yes.
peel those?
You do.
Okay.
It's easier if you stick it in the microwave, poke some holes, and
Gotcha.
then peel it.
All right.
So then you cook this at a 450 oven for 15 minutes, and then you reduce the heat to 350.
Yeah.
I add a special seasoning that I can't give away.
Special
It's my
seasoning.
secret.
Don't give it away.
Gotta come to
We'll
Sweets
tell
and
everybody.
Pumpkin pie
Yes.
spice, John.
And then the topping,
then
once
the
you pull it
topping over
out,
that?
topping
Then
goes
you
on.
put the topping on
Topping's
before,
ready.
so it can cook with it.
Oh.
It kind of melds everything
Oh
together.
my goodness.
How
look at
creamy
that.
and wonderful does that thing look, by the way?
It looks so good. There's the
Oh.
finished up
Finished
pie through the
product.
Yeah.
magic
Love
of
it.
TV.
And you're
Love
gonna try
it.
Hey,
some.
I
if you
absolutely
want,
will.
you got to go to be a part of Light the Night, or at least, help out the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. It's on October 19th, Kristen's grandma's birthday. It's beautiful. It's at Yateman's Cove. It starts at 5:30, and you can find a link to the walk at local12.com along with the recipe for the topping. Just click on the Get It link.
And a quick shot of this superstar over here.
The 9 o'clock hour, we get babies. They're letting us have babies on the 9 o'clock hour. All of it.
All
Great
right.
job, ladies.
Ladies,
Thank
thanks
you
for
so
coming
much.
in. We appreciate it very
Thanks
much.
for having us.